everyone. I had this idea of trying to make a charm out of wood and bling it out. So that's the idea I came up with this week for a Crafty Hands video. So I'm gonna turn this is just a piece of wood, into this. So if you want to know how I made it, stay tuned. Okay, the first thing I used was a piece of wood. I took the wood and I cut like a little tiny square because it's a long sheet of wood. As you can see, it's really stout. You can't bend it and break it too easily. And this is the thickness of the wood. Like I said, I don't know what type of wood this is. I'm not a wood expert, so I don't know what type of wood this is. So this is the piece that I used. What I did, I found the picture of a rose on the internet. And I could have just drew it on there, but to save time, I just found a picture of a rose on the internet. And I cut it, I shrunk it, and I cut it out to the size that I wanted so you can see how big it is. And I took it, I cut it out with some scissors, and I glued it to the wood. And after I glued it to the wood, I just cut around it as close as I could. And the tools that I used to cut it with, I used a power tool actually, because this wood is thick, and a little hand tool, it would have took forever. So I use this as my Dremel tool. Let me hold my camera up so you can see it better. So this is the tool that I actually use. My husband brought it for me when I started doing dollhouse miniatures, and it has a lot of different attachments to it. So it plugs into the wall. It has a plug to it. So this is the tool that I use. Now I'll take a picture of the tool and everything and post it at the end of the video. So next what I did, I took this and I just cut as close around the rose as I possibly could, which I still have this little area to do, which I'm going to do on camera. So I'm going to take this, and I didn't cut all the way through the wood. I cut it thinly, and I took scissors and cut off the rest of it so I wouldn't split the wood. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this area here off right quick. So like I said, I didn't cut all the way through the wood. I cut it as thin as I could, as you can see, and my scissors pretty much will take care of the rest, because it's after you cut it thin like that, it's easy to cut. So I just cut it off like that. So next what I'm going to do, like I said, when using a tool, any kind of power tool, you want to be extremely careful when using it. You want to wear goggles to protect your eyes. You want to wear a mask so you won't breathe in all the wood dust and everything. And when you're cutting, you want to cut away from yourself. So if you happen to slide, if your hands happen to slip while you're cutting it, you want to cut your hand also. So next what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this off. I'm going to change the attachment, and I'm going to put this attachment on so I can file around the edges, so I can smooth around the edges, all around the edges of it right quick. So I changed the attachment. So next I'm going to file around the edges of it. So you want to file all the way around. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, the rest of this off camera, then I'll be right back. Okay, so I finished doing that already, as you can see. And I also changed the attachment on my drill again to the drill bit. And what I'm going to do next, this area here I left on so I could drill a hole in it. So that's why I made this a little bigger, because the roses, this is actually the leaf part of the rose. But I decided not to put a leaf on it because I don't have any green rhinestones. So I'm going to use this to drill a hole in it, and this will be where we attach it to the necklace at. So I'm going to take this and drill a hole in it right there. Okay, so you can see the hole in it, and I took my time and I drilled it slow because I didn't want to split the wood, so that's why I was doing it extremely slow. So you can see the hole that it left in the center of it. So this will be the attachment where we attach it to the necklace, basically. So next what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to take some black nail polish. That's right, I said black nail polish. And I'm going to paint the back side of it, so if it happened to flip over, which it probably won't, it'll be just a solid black on the outside, on the back side, so you won't see any wood at all. And I'm going to paint around the edges of this black as well. Okay, so I'm going to let this dry, and then I'm going to paint around the brim, the edges of it as well. And I know I'm going to get asked the question, why did I use nail polish? I use nail polish because nail polish already has a shine to it already, so I want it to be a little bit shiny. Plus this side is not going to be seen anyway. This is the part that's going to be flat against my chest, so you won't be able to see it. So I decided to use nail polish, like I said, so it'll be shiny on the opposite side. Rather than using a water-based paint or anything like that, I decided to use nail polish. So when it dry, I'm going to paint around the brim of it, and I'm going to use red nail polish as well, and I'm going to paint the rose on the opposite side after it get dry. So after I do that, then I'll be back. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to take some black Swarovski crystals. These are the black ones, as you can see, and I have some red as well. These are the red ones that I have, and I'm just going to fill in the whole entire rose with it. And this is the glue that I'm using. It's a jewelry glue, and I purchased it at Joann's Fabric. It dries clear. So I'm going to go ahead and start stoning the thing, and I'm going to do it in small areas at a time because this glue dries pretty fast. So I'm not going to do all of it on camera. I'm just going to do a few, and then I'll finish the rest afterwards off camera, and I'll come back and show you the final results. So I'm just going to go ahead and finish doing it, and then I'll come back and show you the final results. Okay, so this is what it looks like right now. I'm going to leave it laying flat tonight and let it dry, and then I'll show the final results at the end of the video. So I'm going to put a little ring on this so I can slide it onto one of my little wire necklaces. So I left it laying flat last night so it could dry completely. So it's pretty much dry now. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to take this little ring and put it through the little hole that I drilled. So just going to stick it through there like that. And close it up. I might need a bigger ring, I'm not even sure. Yeah, this one might be big enough. So I'm going to stick it through. Trying to grab it at a good angle. There we go. And I'm just going to close it up right quick. Like that. So you can see it's closed. And I'm going to take my little wire necklace. This is one of the wire necklaces that I have. I have another one too. So if this one don't work, won't fit through the hole, then I have to get the other one. Because it might be a little difficult. This one has like two little balls on the end of it. And I don't think it's going to fit through this. Let's see. No, it's not going to fit. So hold on one second. I'm going to go get one of my other necklaces. Okay, so I had to use a different wire necklace because it won't fit on the other one. So this is one that I use. You can see what it looks like. And I'll go place it, put it on right quick and take some pictures of it and post it at the end of the video. So this one, this wire necklace is a little thinner and it was easier to slide on. It has a little chain on it, on the tip of it. Okay, so this is what the charm looks like, as you can see. And I think it looks really, really cute. Great for Valentine's Day as well. And I'm not going to show my face because I don't have on makeup and my hair looks a mess right now. So this is basically all I'm going to do. So this is what it looks like on. Hopefully you like it. I'm going to post some pictures of it at the end of the video. Also, you can also make earrings doing the same thing. And I was going to do some matching earrings, but the video would have been too long. So I might do that later on, possibly. But doing earrings, you want to use a smaller rhinestone and a thinner wood because you can wear a heavy charm around your neck, but you don't want to wear heavy earrings. So this wood would not work for earrings. It would probably be too heavy, especially when you add the rhinestones on. The rhinestones going to add more weight onto it too. So well, the crystals is going to add more weight onto it. So you don't want the earrings to be too heavy. So this is it for the charm. Hopefully you like it. Let me know what you think. And if you try one out for yourself, send me pictures of it. I would love to see it. I come to show you how I'm going to make the earrings to go to the necklace charm that I did a while back. This is the charm that I made here. So this is the charm. It's a red rose and I covered it with Swarovski crystals. And it's made out of wood. This is the necklace that I put it on. So I come to show you how I'm going to do the earrings, and I did one already and it's drying. It's not completely dry yet, so I have to be really careful with it. So this is the earring here that I made. So I'm going to show you how I actually made it. I'm not going to use wood for the earrings because if I put Swarovski crystals on both sides of the earring, which is what I done, it would be too heavy for your ear because the Swarovski crystals already have weight to them. And when you add that many to it, it would be too heavy to wear. So I'm going to show you a different method that I'm going to use. The first thing that you want to do is you want to print out the image that you want. This is the image that I use. This is a rose, and I just pretty much found the picture of this on the internet, shrunk it down, then I printed it out. And I printed out 2, so you're gonna need 2. Well, for a pair of earrings, actually you're gonna need 4 roses. So you're gonna need two roses for each earring. So you're gonna need it on both sides. So basically what you want to do, you want to print out 2 roses the exact same size, and you want to flip it from left to right, so the image will be the same. If I fold the paper, they'll line up perfectly, basically. As you can see, the leaf is on the same side. You just want to cut it out, just roughly cut out the image. You don't have to do it perfect right now. So those are 2 rows that you cut out. So next you're gonna need a piece of fabric, any kind of fabric that's kind of a thick fabric. I don't know what kind this is. This is some fabric I had left over. Something that's white on one side, black on the other. It's kind of like a suede like fabric. So you want something that's gonna be kind of tough, like I said, I don't know what kind of fabric this is, but a jean fabric would be perfect for this. You want something that's gonna be kind of thick and kind of stable. So next what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the image that I have, and I'm not going to actually do this on camera. I already did it. Like I said, this stage I already off camera. You want to take it and glue this to the fabric. Both images you want to glue all the way. You want to put glue over the entire image, all of it. And you can use a brush, like a old paint brush, or a little skinny nail art brush or anything like that, to smooth the glue out on the image. And you want to glue it down on the fabric. And you want to take this piece and do the same thing and glue it onto the fabric as well. And I use carpenter's wood glue. I use this because it turns really hard when it's dry, and it'll give the fabric some stiffness. So after you glue it down completely, you want to let it dry. You can put like a book or something on top of it, just so it'll lay completely flat to the fabric until it dries. After it dries, I just stuck a stick pin in it, just hold it down, because like I said, I did these steps off camera already. Put stick pins in it to do it. So after it's completely dry, the images, you want to take your scissors and cut the image out right on the black line all the way around. So I'm just going to do one right quick. I mean, you want to cut it out perfectly with it being dry. So I'm not going to cut it out perfectly right now. I'm just going to kind of rough draft the image out so I can go ahead on with the video. And you want to do the same thing to this image. So I'm going to go ahead and rough draft cut it out as well. And yes, doing this, if you're going to do the images on both sides, it's best to use a thick fabric and use 2 pieces, because putting the fabric together just make it more stiff, basically. Since it's going to be earring, you need to be kind of stiff. So just pretend like I've trimmed all this off. So after that, you want to take your hot glue gun, which is what I use, and I put hot glue on this side of it, on both sides. And I just glued the images together like this, so to make one. And when you finish, since you flip the image, they should line up perfectly on both sides when you do that. So that is where we are here. This is the one I've cut out already. I did what I just told you I cut it out and everything. And I've glued it down. As you can see, it's stiff now. It's almost like wood. It's so stiff. So the next thing you want to do is, which I've done one side already, is I painted the image red. Now the leaf I'm going to cut off. Right now I'm leaving it on just so I can handle the rose better and hold it. But I'm going to cut that completely off in a minute. So you want to take, I use acrylic water paint to paint the rose red, since it's paper. When I put the glue on top of it, when I start rhinestoning it, the glue will seal the paint in, so I don't have to worry about it coming off. And the reason why I painted it red underneath is because if any little cracks or anything like that, little spaces actually is in between the rhinestones, when I do it, you'll see red through it. It won't show like if I left it completely white. You can see the little spaces a lot better. So since I'm doing the earrings in red, I decided to paint it red as well, just to hide the flaws on it. So next what I'm going to do, I'm going to take some red acrylic paint and I'm going to paint the rose red. And I'm, like I said, I'm using just regular water-based acrylic paint, same kind of paint that I use on my nails when I do them. And I was trying to outline it really neat and everything, but long as I still can see the black lines on it, so I know where to put the black rhinestones at, it doesn't matter. I can just paint right over it. And I'm just doing the rose. I'm not worried about the leaf because I'm going to cut that off. Turn it this way. So this is why I left the leaf on, so I can hold it down while I'm doing this. As you can see, I'm not even trying to do it neat or anything. I'm just brushing over with red paint. And since it's water-based paint, it soaks into the paper really well, so it doesn't take very long for it to get dry. So while the paint is drying on that, this is the attachment that I'm going to add to the earring to put it through my ear. I think you can purchase these maybe at like Joann's Fabric or something. I'm not sure. They sell a lot of different things to make jewelry and stuff in there, and in Hancock Fabric as well. So you probably can purchase this. I actually got off an old pair of earrings that I brought that I'm not going to wear anymore. So I just used the attachment on it, and it was already made like this. But you can buy the little wire and bend it yourself if you like. So that's the attachment I'm going to use. And next I need to punch a little hole in the earring. But first I'm going to go ahead and cut the leaf off. And like I said, this is water-based paint, so if I get it on my hand, I can just wash it right off. It's no big deal. So now I'm going to trim off the leaf on the earring. So where the leaf was, that's what I'll put the hole at in the earring. What I'm going to use to punch the hole in the earring is actually a sewing machine needle. That's what I use. I'm using this because I don't want a really gigantic hole in the earring. I just need it small enough to slide this through it. So this is perfect. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put the hole, as you can see, I'm putting it kind of close to the top of the earring. And I punched it all the way through. Since it's paper and fabric, it went through really easy. So next I'm just going to take some pliers and grab the other end of it and just pull it through. And it's going to leave a little tiny hole. I'm going to pull it all the way through. This is the part that's attached to the sewing machine, so it's bigger on this end. And I'm going to twist it as I do it. So when I pull it through, it'll kind of stretch the hole just enough for me to get the earring attachment through. And as you can see, the hole that's in it is really tiny. So when I rhinestone it, you won't be able to see it. Now I want to put the attachment in now, because when I start laying on the rhinestones and I put glue on it, I don't want to end up gluing the hole shut again. So I'm just going to slide it through and get that little attachment there. Like that. So I'm going to go ahead and close it up for now. So now I can use this to hold the earring when I need to do something to it, when I get ready to flip it. So the next thing to do now actually would be to start laying on the rhinestones. And I'm not going to do all this on camera. I'm just going to do a few because it's really time consuming to do it. So I'm just going to do a few on camera and finish it up, and then I'll come back with the final results. The glue that I'm using is actually a jewelry glue. It's called Dazzle Tack. It's the same glue that I use on the necklace charm. And I purchased this at Joann's Fabric, but Hancock Fabric might sell it too. I don't know I don't know if Walmart sell it or not either, but they might, because they do sell jewelry supplies in there too for making your own jewelry. So they might sell it in there too. And it's a clear drying glue, and it dries pretty fast. The rhinestones that I'm using, they're size 12 SS, and these are some of the same rhinestones that I used when I did the Tweety shoes and everything. I still had some left, so I just used a little paper plate to put them in. So basically what I did, I used a little styrofoam plate. I got the red ones on this side, black ones on this side, and I laid the earrings in this part of the plate. And I just started rhinestoning. The tool that I'm using to actually pick up the rhinestones, which it actually works pretty good, is a Q-tip. And I add a little nail foil adhesive on the tip of it, so it's kind of sticky. And it works really, really good actually for picking up the rhinestones. Now for larger rhinestones, I don't know how good it'll work, but for these, it works really well. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm just going to rhinestone just a little small area right quick, so you can get the idea of how to do it. And I'll finish off camera. Now this glue dries really, really fast. So you want to work pretty fast and work in small sections. So that's the method you want to use until you completely finish the rows. Also, you want to do one side, complete this side, let it dry, then flip it over, do the other side, let it dry completely, and then you want to do the edges of it with black rhinestones. So you can see I did this side of the earring, I did that side of the earring, and then I did the free edge of it. As you can see, I put black rhinestones around there too, all the way around it. So this is what the finished product looks like. Hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think about it, and I will talk to you later, YouTube. Till then, take care.